Alrighty, today I wanted to talk about garlic scapes, and what they do is they come off of hardneck garlic. So as your garlic matures, they'll get this stem that comes up through the plant and makes a seed head on top. And some people say that if you let it go to seed, it'll make the bulb on the garlic smaller, so to cut it off. And so I've usually processed some of these scapes in the past, but this year I did 500 garlic, 500 plus, so it's a lot different this year. Normally I would just cut it up and freeze it and put it in bags, but this year I thought about dehydrating it and blending it into a powder. So I started processing it, and then what I did is I thought there's no way that I'll be able to do all this in my dehydrator. This thing, when I started, was mounted up well over the sides. So, and it's been in the oven. I started it off at 170 degrees in the oven with the door cracked, and did that for maybe 6 or 7 hours, and it didn't even seem like it was drying at all. So what I did is I closed the door on it and let it go for another, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours, and it seemed the same. So I'd actually turned the heat up to 180 and let it go overnight. Well, now it's been going for a day and a half, and as you can hear, it's starting to get a little bit crunchy, but I think I'm going to turn the heat down because a lot of it is getting dry, but there's still a few of the big ones that are still pliable. So, and I may, I don't know if I'll go through it and maybe try to pull those out, because I don't want to burn it or scorch it. But to me, this is the way to do it, especially if you're going to do large amounts of the garlic scapes. And then I've seen videos where people are blowing up blenders, trying to turn this into a powder. So, and what I normally do is I'll cut this thin top off. This is the actual, this would end up being the seed head. I cut this off because this is, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of turning yellow. I cut these a few days ago, so they're already starting to die back a little bit. But I cut that off there, and then I usually cut this, where are we? I cut this end off maybe an inch or so. And then also when you feel it, if you feel it snap like that, I use that part. But if it seems like it doesn't snap and it's really rigid and woody, I actually cut that part off because, I don't know, it seems like it would just be really woody. So, and I've got so much that I don't really need to worry about it too much. So let me think. What else? I think that's it. Oh, one other thing. I am definitely going to bust out the Vitamix to turn this into a powder. I think that, it's getting crispy, so it probably doesn't need this big gun, but I'm going to pull it out anyways.